welcome back to my channel, and today it's going to be the second video on my YouTube channel, and later I will upload it on Facebook also. And yeah, today it's going to be my second video, and the topic of this video is about speaking another language. It doesn't matter if you are not native speaker, like if you are going to learn English language as I am doing right now. So English is not my first language, it's going to be my third language, but still you can speak it. And nowadays English has very much popular in almost in every country. Like you can say it's a global language, like people who are interacting with each other. Like normally people used to talk in their own language, like they used to speak their country language or their national language, but when it's come to international language they use English as an international language. So because of that I feel like English is more of business language. Like if you have need to say something, or you want to bring or buy something from internationally, you have to use the English communication. You should be good at it. So that's the thing I want to say, that if you are not a native person, like I have chosen the name of native, like my YouTube channel name is Near to Native. So what does that mean? That means that I am trying to be that much good in English language, so that I can um, go go to the person who is like native, so I can compete with him. So yeah, that's the purpose of starting my YouTube channel. And also I am also English language student, so I'm just practicing my English. And right now I am recording this because I feel like I need this language. So I started working on it, and recently I uploaded my one of my video on YouTube, and today it's going to be my second video. I don't know when will I publish it, but still I'm confident about it that I am recording this video. And right now I'm just picking up random stuff, like I'm talking about random topics. Like yesterday I talked about earlier waking up early in the morning, and today it's going to be it's already I started recording video. And today, as I said, today's topic is speaking another language. So what does that mean? That means if you are planning to go abroad, or if you are willing to start your business out of your own country, then English is must. You have heard, I think you guys already heard about spoken English, and there's a called international English language test kind of thing, and it's called IELTS. IELTS is very much important because there are four different modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking, where you learn all the four modules, and you got different bands. And like PTE, you need to score above 60 plus, so that you can uh, configure yourself that you are capable to go abroad. And if you are a student, you still need to pass the test of IELTS and PTE. It's depend on university. And yeah, if I generally talk about English is very vast language. You can use different kind of things when it comes to speaking English. Like there are a lot of things nowadays, because of international affairs, people used to listen or read the newspapers of England, US, Australia, and Europe kind of countries. So that's the that has some kind of importance. That's why people are willing to learn it. So that's why I'm saying that we all need to learn English, and also we need to work hard on it, and we need to get command on it. And the second part is, if you learn the language, you learn the new language, you are not just learning one language, you are learning too many things. Like if I talk about a person who speak English, and I speak something else, like I speak Urdu or Hindi or German or whatever language I speak, English is not my first language. So if you are starting learning English language, so you need to consider yourself as a part of their society or their culture, because English is not your language, you are trying to learn their language. So when you interact with those people who are English speakers, so when you talk with them, you know more about them, and you will, get a lot of information from them, how they live, what kind of culture they have, and what kind of stuff they do, and how they celebrate things and related to that. And you will feel like you have become different kind of person when you know the different languages. So same thing goes with another language, like whatever language you want to learn, there's no escalation mark, or you can say nobody is going to stop you from learning that language. You just need to practice it, and you have a proper need of that. So that's how you can learn the language. And if you get started at the beginning, it could be different, or difficult also. So you need to stay motivated and be consistent with your, learning whatever you are doing. It doesn't, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're just applying these things on just learning English. You can try these kind of things with every course, or every whatever you want to learn the thing or course. It's totally depend on you. You just need to be consistent and keep practicing. And you can take my example also. I'm also giving you my example that I was, quite worried about, learning English. So I feel like I need to speak right now, instead of, just wasting my time, and getting with small or broken English is much better than, speaking nothing. So I think this is the first stage of, learning language. And when you get started, you feel like you are doing something better day by day. And you also know how much you are doing, in a sense of, how much your English is, you know uh, the next person or the native person can understand it or not. I think the basic thing is, if you can tell someone whatever you want to say, and he can understand that, I think the purpose is already completed. Like, you just want to clear that what you want, and the next person, if he understand that, then the the issue is resolved, like there is no problem. So that's why I would say that that's the language, when you try to speak it, there are a lot of possibilities. Like, it doesn't matter that you will be good at English at the very first day, or after 1 month, or after a year. It depends. And it's totally depends on you, like how much effort you are going to put in it. And another thing I would say here is, like me, I am already studied more than 14 years right now. So I'm a university student. And we have been, learning English since our school level. So but still we can't speak, just because we don't practice it. And we don't have that kind of culture where they encourage people to speak in English. So that's why I'm facing these kind of problems. But I would say that, because a lot of times we understand the words, like what is the meaning of particular, something specific word, or we can understand that what is he saying. If someone talk to you, like, you can basically broke down a sentence and figure out what does that mean in your own language, or you can translate it better. But when it comes to talk, you feel like you get stuck. It happens just because, like, the number one thing is lack of, confidence. And the second one is you don't know about the sentences, the grammar. So you need to understand that what kind of sentence you want to say or use it. Like, if you want to talk about the past, you need to use, words like was, were. And if you want to talk about the future, you need to use will or will be, stuff like that. So you need to understand the basic grammar things. And before that, you also need to focus on subject, verb, and object. If you focus on these things, like who's the subject, who is going to do the work, and the second thing is verb. Okay. Oh, sorry. I just say that the main three things are SVO. S means subject, V mean verb, and O mean object. Like S means he, the doer. S means he, and the verb is drive. Like if you take the verb like drive, ride, and search, research, study, so these are the verbs. And the first one is S. We are talking about a subject like he, she, it, they, we, her, him, that kind. These are the things which represent the subject, and the verb is like action, whatever they are doing or the person willing to do. So that's the verb, and the last one is O. O mean object. Like he's working on what? Like he study what? He study book. He study English. He study math. He study Islam. He study whatever he want to study. So these are the things you need to focus on. Like you need to consider that what the subject, what is the verb, and what's the object, and then you can start making sentences. And I think there are a lot of content available on YouTube where you can learn the basic sentence or basic grammar, and from there you need to start reading and writing. And another thing I want to say or here is you need to practice more English on daily basis. Like you can buy a newspaper, English newspaper, or you can also go to the YouTube and listen to the people who are native and try to understand what are they saying and how they pronounce the words. So that basically normally what we face is when we are not a native person, like we don't English is, as I said earlier, native is, we are not native, English is not our language when we talk with each other. So that's not proper English. Like we talk with each other like in a inappropriate way, so we can understand just each other. When international person or native came to our country or he directly talked to us, we get confused just because we are not prepared at his level. Like it's their language, they know better how to speak it, how to say it, and we don't. So we need to practice that thing by the help of YouTube. You can go to YouTube and start listening English channels like BBC, Bloomsburg, and CNN, these kind of channels. And you can understand that how Britain people speak English, how Americans speak, how Australian speaks, how New Zealand people speak. And you can also get help from newspaper. You can read articles, blogs, and there are a lot of vocabulary out there. It's a very rich vocabulary in newspaper, in blogs. So you can get a lot of different useful information from there. We will get different kind of subjects, verbs, and objects. And also you can understand that how they use the sentence. Like what's the basic sentence structure, how did they use it, and how does that look like when it get complete. So you need to understand that when you are starting any language, you just need to consider that what's the basic grammar and what's the basic of like who's the subject, what's the subject, what's the verb, and what's the object. Like if you basic understand basic things, then you can go with the next level. So these are the things I want to say. I think learning another language is not bad. You are just uh, approaching another country and trying to understand their language, their culture. And obviously if you get lucky enough, you will get a chance to visit the country and you can move there also. And when you get over there, you can directly interact with those people who are natives, and you can improve your English much better way. So that's the thing, that's the benefit of learning English. And instead of going abroad, or if you never travel, that's okay. If you don't even don't have a passport, that's not a big deal, because it's not necessary nowadays, because of internet. We have internet, and got very high speed internet. And if you are good at speaking, you if you are confident, like you can speak in English, and you need to just focus on on your improvement, and later on you can with the help of internet you can make a lot of different friends from different websites like Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, there are tons of people available on YouTube. You can add them from different countries, and you can make different kind of friends in thousands, whatever you want. I think the limit is around, I think, 5,000 people on the YouTube. No, sorry, on Facebook, and you can use Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, these kind of platform which offers these kind of services. Like you can make connections with other people from different culture, different states, and different countries, and different languages, and even you can use the filters like you can choose people from different passions, or you can say profession. So you got a lot of opportunities in this world right now because of internet, and if you use it very wisely, you can talk to the person wherever he is sitting with the help of internet. You just open your camera and connect with him, and you can use whatever mode you want to use. Like you can talk on Skype, emo, or like StreamYard, and I think there are a lot of stuff over there, and which can help you to communicate with each other. You can interview him, you can ask different kind of questions, like you can ask him about the culture, or you can ask him about local people, how they live. You can also talk about his profession, like how did he get started, and if you are trying to or willing to interview a person who is a businessman, you can ask him different kind of questions. And if you are uh, specific, willing to get information in different or just one industry information, like if you want to interview a businessman, or if you are already a businessman and you want to grow your business, you want to learn more about business, you can connect different kind of businessmen around different part of the country or the globe, and you can directly talk to them and record your videos. You can also put it on YouTube so that other people can all get also help from there. So that's a thing. And as I said before starting this video, that I'm not a native. I'm just trying to improve my English, and I'm doing my best. These kind of information is just based on my knowledge, on my previous knowledge. I just started speaking instead of studying properly, and I think I need to do that, because without proper information you can talk, and it can happen in a bad way, like you can misguide people around. But I think uh, it is a way, if in the beginning you don't know about anything but still you are trying, so that's a good thing in front of me. But still I am trying my best to do so many things, and I've already started my YouTube channel. I edited videos and try to upload it on regular basis. So that was today's topic, and I have discussed different kind of things. Let me know what you guys think about it, and let me know what language do you speak, what's your first or second language, and is it your first language, English your first language, or third or fourth, which language? You can also mention that, and let me know how good are you and how much time it take you to be at good level, so other people or even me can try. I will try to my best and try to improve it, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye. Allah Hafiz.